Hey everyone, what's up and welcome. Today we are back and we are playing some more Splitgate 2 and we're going to be breaking down the map Grit and showing you how to portal around it like a pro. I just put out a video yesterday breaking down the entire map Academy, and based on the comments, a lot of you guys seem to be enjoying it and really like the tutorial style breakdown of how to rotate around the map and just cool little spots. A lot of people kind of get overwhelmed by the portals, and hopefully that this video can break it all down and make it as digestible as possible watching it back and kind of memorizing the routes that I'll pan out for you guys today. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into this, and if the video helps you out, like is always appreciated. So like I said, today we're going to be going through Grit, which is the second and final of the new maps that made its way to Arena. I do plan on, for my own personal sake, going through and learning the rest of the maps. If you guys are open to seeing those, I know they've already been out and some of you guys have already been practicing. I'd be willing to do them if the demand is there, but if not, then at least we did the new maps that came to the game on launch. Okay, so we did Academy yesterday, and Academy, in my opinion, is arguably easier to understand on a whole scale than this map is. This map is going to get a little bit confusing. It's small, but my goodness, is it a little bit complicated. So we're going to start this little guide off here in one of the spawns. It has a big portal panel that faces your back, and from here you kind of have three directions at which you could choose to go. You can go left, you can go center, which takes you under, or you can go right. Depending on which side of the map that you are on, the left and right side will alter. On this side of the map, the left side will take us to the indoor museum-esque or kind of like Coliseum looking building. If we go on the right side, that'll take us to the exterior outside portion of the map. This underpass will give you also access to the exterior portion of the map, but it'll also give you access to corridors, which I'll show you later on in the map, that take you more to center and also gives you high ground to face the building side of the map. I know that sounds really confusing at first. It all makes sense in a second, but ideally you're just going to remember the routes I take in order to access these points. Starting off, we're going to go left side to building. It's going to start off with a portal here and a portal here. This takes you straight down. You only have one option. You're going to hit that. A quick ricochet, which takes you outside. Once you've made it outside, now you have a couple of options here. We have this panel, like I said, which will take you straight to building. That'll take you inside. Or you can hit this panel, which is very small, but gives you convenient access up into the corridor. The corridor is what gives you access to the middle of the map and high ground. But for learning purposes right now, we're going to stay here, and I'm going to show you the building side first. We're going to keep making our way down the left side of the map from spawn. You're going to hit this portal, which will take you almost into the building. From here, you're going to have this little door, but you're focusing on these two here. If you want to keep hooking left, you're going to want to hit this far panel here. This close panel will give you access, but it's a very tight portal you'll have to hit. So from here, you're going to want to hit the wide panel, and you'll have convenient, easy access to smack that. We're going to come back through, and we're now basically in the enemy spawn. The enemy spawn is just through here. It's the exact same spawn that we came out of. So if you want to go all the way deep, you go here, 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 and we have our back to the main portal wall. Like I said, depending on which side of the map you are on now, this side, the right side, will be the building. The left side will be the exterior. On the other side, the right side will be the exterior. The left side will be the building. So now we're going to make our way to the exterior side of the map, the left side. You're going to hit the same portal here, which will take you to a one option outside. You're going to ricochet back off, and now you have more options. From here, we can go here, which would give us crossover access to get back in the building, but we already went that way, so we're going to go back. From here, you have access to the outside portion. This outside portion has a lower part, an upper part, and a tight doorway, which makes rotating really easily if you want to take your time and hit it. But if you don't, you can just smack the big portal, come through, look for the door, go through, hit the center wall. This is where the pit is. You're going to hit the other door, and now you have access to enemy spawn once again. We've now full rotated all the way around the map. Hit this, you have access to the other spawn. You go here, and now we have the back portal. Full 360 around the whole map. I know that was kind of quick. There's a couple of more options, which I kind of want to dive back into. So we're going to go back to the exterior part of the map. So we're going to go outside here, hit a portal. You're going to come up again to the straightaway and ricochet back off the wall. Once again, this right side that gives us external access to the map is the easiest way to access center map. If you go left side, it's going to be most easy to access building and pretty much exclusively building or corridor. But from here, we can access the straight across, which gives us complete mid access. From mid, you can take high ground portal, these portals, or these portals. You can even cross over to the external side of the map, which is over here. We're gonna go back though. The reason why I wanted to take you through the middle part of the map, which was on high ground, is because it'll give you a better understanding of the low ground. This access up here takes you into corridors. Now these corridors have a lot of variance. If you were coming from the left side of the map and you entered from this doorway, once again, here's our spawn. We come through here, we see that tight sliver doorway, and we're in here. You have access to center map from here. You have access to a viewpoint into building, which is high ground from here. But if we come back, you also have access to the low ground. The low ground is a quick ricochet, which takes you all the way to the middle bottom of external side. I know this is a little bit confusing, but just to give you some perspective, we're gonna hit a portal back here. And this is where we were initially looking when we came out of spawn. Remember I said we had the big panel here. We had the doorway that's easy for rotations. This is the low ground portal I never showed you. And the reason why I didn't show you is because now that you know that this leads into corridor, you have options. You can either cross straight away into here and make your way back to enemy spawn, or we're gonna look to hit the closest panel, which will give us access to corridor. This corridor will have you hit another quick 180, which you're gonna look up to this doorway. Once you're in this doorway, we now have full access to corridor mid. The corridor mid is the last thing, once again, I'm gonna be breaking down here. We can go high ground, we can cross straight over, and we can even hit middle panel to control the low ground here. We're gonna go back though, and we're not gonna hit these. We're gonna come back to this doorway right here where we have full control. We're gonna hit the middle portion, which takes us to mid low ground or mid main ground. We're gonna hit the portal here. You're gonna hit another quick doorway. And this is where things get a little tight, okay? There's no actual access out of here other than the opposing wall, which leaves you very exposed into middle. This is something you can quickly juggle back and forth though, and 180 yourself into the other corridor. This middle corridor though, if you are feeling a bit pinched and can't hit this quick lineup, you do have a free out of a portal, which takes you back to external, which is over here, which could take you back to your own spawn if you really needed to get out fast. So once again, we're gonna hit the low ground, we're gonna hit corridor, we're gonna do the one quick 180, look up to door, we're gonna hit middle ground, back to door, the sliver, we're controlling point, get sticky, quickly get out. Now we're in enemy spawn. That's where the mid control kind of gets confusing because we have the building, we have main ground, we have external side, and then you also have underground corridor, up ground corridor. That's as much of a breakdown as I'm going to give you guys. Honestly, that's probably a lot to digest, and that is a clean, quick, one pass run through of every direction you could take things on this map. Now I'm still working on it myself, but I like to think I have it semi down, and so I wanted to show you what a quick full rotation is all the way around the map, from building to spawn to external to spawn. I'm gonna give you guys the yap session too while I do this, which will kind of hopefully cue you into everything I also just broke down. We're gonna portal out here. We have one option to get out. We're gonna 180. Now we have options. We're going building side. We're gonna make sure we shoot wide here to give us easy access to this. We're gonna shoot out. We now have basically spawn point. We're going to go back to spawn because that's where I said I'd take things. Now we have our back to the back portal wall. We're going to keep it going and getting out of here and making our way to the other side. We're outside. We have mid control. We're going to shoot out. We're going to hit this little door here, which gives us easy access to the pit. Here, straight to spawn. Hit this. We're back in our spawn. And we're back portal against the wall. That was a full 360 around the entirety of the map. We went building side, out of building, into enemy spawn, around enemy spawn, out to external, back into our spawn, and here we are again. Now we're gonna go through the middle section of the map, and I'm gonna show you how to take it to their spawn, and then I'm also gonna show you guys how to take some mid control and also work the internal corridor rotations that can get a little bit confusing. We're gonna shoot out here, which is our only option. We're gonna ignore big panel. We're gonna look out here. We're gonna come straight up. We have access back to mid here. We can go high ground. We're gonna go straight across. We're gonna go low ground to corridor. We're gonna shoot through corridor, which allows you to 180. We're gonna look back up, and we're back in enemy spawn right here. This is enemy spawn. We're gonna go back towards mid though. This is now hitting mid from the other side. Gives you access to the top. Hit top, hit other panel, hit here. Now we're back in our spawn. Again, that was me taking things to mid from high ground external. Now I'm going to show you what it's like to take mid from low ground external, which requires me to go straight through the corridor. We're going to shoot straight outside. We're going to look for the small panel. We're going to look close big panel, access into corridor, quickly 180. This will give us access to the door. This should give us now access to low ground mid. We're going to panel through here, here, here. We can shoot. We can go back to external, but we're not. We're going to panel over here and quickly get into the enemy corridor, which gives you access to here, which gives you access to their spawn panel. And you have options from here. You can go building, or we can go back to their spawn, like I said I was going to. And we have our back against the main panel again. That is pretty much every rotation you can do on Grit. Like I said, this map is smaller than Academy in my opinion. It's a very close quarter map, but my goodness, do the portal panels get pretty intricate and confusing, especially when you're first starting to learn them, specifically on this exterior pit side, because the exterior pit has, once again, the corridors which you can access, and they have basically 3 ways through them. Once again, we can come up here, up to door, and you have main level, high ground, or low ground. I hope this video helped you out. I hope it made it a little bit easier to understand the portals and all their rotations. Honestly, it's something that makes my brain churn really hard as well. So don't be, too hard on yourself if you get frustrated and kind of confused by like where you're going. You can kind of see sometimes I get a little bit chicken looking both ways across the street before he crosses type of ordeal. Like I come here and I'm like, where? It'll all settle in over time. Give it practice, and I promise you will be getting it down quickly eventually. So if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe. This one was a headache for me to make, and let me know what map you guys would like to see next if you do want to see more. I'll be glad to break it down, and yeah, subscribe, man. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Keep up, stay up. Peace out.